This method for cleaning your oven is much safer than the high-heat self-clean mode that many ovens have because it uses much lower temperatures and runs for a much shorter amount of time. I also just want to preface this by saying that some ovens do have a built-in steam clean function, so if yours has that, refer to the user manual for your model for instructions instead. First thing you want to do is remove all of the racks from inside your oven. I've only got the 2, but however many you have, take them all out. Then, using a sponge, cleaning rag, or similar, wipe out any loose food debris from the bottom. And if you have an electric oven with an exposed element like mine, yes, it's safe to lift up the element to clean underneath it. Just be careful and don't force it up if it won't move. Once you've got everything wiped out, put one of the racks back into the oven at the lowest possible position. Having it at the lowest position is going to help prevent spills. Then you're going to pour 2 cups or 480 milliliters of distilled water into a medium-sized oven-safe container. I specify distilled water because it won't leave water spots on the inside of your oven. And regarding the container, it can be a casserole dish, bowl, pie pan, etc., just as long as it's oven safe and the container is large enough that the water doesn't fill it more than halfway. Since the water is going to boil, we don't want any of it sloshing over the sides. Next, we're going to put that container of water onto the center of the oven rack, close the door, and start a bake cycle at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once the time is up, turn your oven off, keep it closed, and let it cool completely. This should take around an hour, but might take a little longer depending on the size of your oven and the temperature of your kitchen. Once the oven has cooled, carefully remove the container and the rack. Most, if not all, of the water will probably have evaporated into steam, but if there's any remaining, be careful not to spill it. Wipe away any remaining food residue, which should be easier to do once it's softened by the steam. And if you have any stubborn spots remaining, here's what I suggest. And before you come at me complaining about still having to use a little elbow grease, even self-clean mode leaves some stuff behind that needs to be cleaned by hand. Mix together a paste using baking soda and water. If it's too liquidy, you can add more baking soda, and if it's too dry, you can add more water. You want it to be about toothpaste consistency, even if that toothpaste is slightly lumpy. Then apply that baking soda paste to the difficult spots inside of your oven and let it sit for about 15 minutes. You can let it sit longer if you want to, up to 12 hours, but I'm impatient, so I started scrubbing it right away. A lot of people will tell you to incorporate vinegar when using baking soda, and they'll usually say that the bubbles are helping to clean. This is false. In reality, baking soda is mildly alkaline, which means it neutralizes acid. Household vinegar is mildly acidic. When you mix an alkaline substance and an acidic substance together, it creates water and salt. So when you're mixing baking soda and vinegar together, all you're really creating is slightly carbonated salt water. Baking soda being alkaline means that when mixed with water, it can work to help dissolve away grease and dirt on its own. It's also very mildly abrasive, which helps to scrub dirt and grime away, but because of how small the baking soda particles are, it's also safe to use on your oven door glass. Plus, it doesn't create any toxic fumes or residue. After scrubbing the stubborn areas and wiping the inner surfaces clean, put the racks back in and voila, clean oven. No self-clean mode required. Is it perfect? Of course not, but it's clean enough to be food safe and not attract bugs or other critters, so it's clean enough for me. And remember, at the end of the day, your oven isn't going to look brand new forever, and that's okay, because every dirty oven has hundreds of home-cooked meals behind it. Whether or not the inside looked immaculate isn't as important as keeping your family fed and happy.